Okay guys, so it's Mystic Frost here. It's Monday, the day after locals. I filmed this whole nice big intro, ready to go, and car broke down. So sadly I was unable to attend locals this week. It is a shame because I was running something new rather than Chimera. For those of you who don't know, I also play White Forest. I don't play it very well, but I do play it. So Friday night I was with Matt, Adam and Ryan doing one of our tester sessions and coaching sessions, because Matt and Adam are coaching me and Ryan to try and do better and try and understand the game better. So much appreciated. And after some discussion with them, we are all kind of on the same page that for this format, White Forest could potentially be better than Chimera, especially with the new support coming at the end of January in the Supreme Darkness box. So with that in mind, we had a look at a couple of lists online. We've had a few tweaks and I've done a few more tweaks since then, and we have built a White Forest deck for me to use until the end of January when the new stuff drops, and then we shall have a look. So I don't want this just to be a 2-3 minute long video of I couldn't go to locals, but this is what we're going to be doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do a deck profile of the deck I plan to take this weekend, and hopefully will be the deck I take next weekend, as long as the car situation is sorted. So with that in mind, you will see this deck profile in just a moment, but also just while I've got you guys here as well, what I'm going to be doing moving forward is we are still going to stick with the casual to competitive going into the new year, because that is the focus. There is a YCS in February. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to register in time. They are now sold out, so I will not be registering for the YCS. We do have an OTS coming up at Geek Retreat, but I might be judging that. I need to find out if I am or not. If I am judging that, then obviously I will not be playing. If I'm not judging it, then I will play, and we will see what happens. But yeah, so either way though, I'll cover the OTS either as a judge or as a player, because they are really good fun weeks, especially for recording. But yeah, so the casual to competitive will continue into the new year, and hopefully you will start seeing improvements, even if the results don't necessarily show it, but just my gameplay and how I'm looking at fields or my mindset towards that certain matchup might change. What I'm looking at doing, just to keep things fresh, is 3 weeks of competitiveness of the deck I am playing this format, and then 1 week of a more casual deck, or not even casual, but just like something different. It might not be every month because eventually I'll run out of cards, but just something different, just so there's a little bit of flavour chucked in once a month, just for a bit of fun, which I think could be pretty cool. And just to address the elephant in the room, yes, my hair is bluey green at the moment. It is dyed in for the holidays, supposed to wash out, and it's not washing out, but yeah, who knows, that will either stay, go if it does wash out, which hopefully it will, or the whole hair will go with a pair of clippers, but we'll see what happens. But with that in mind, here is the deck profile. I've rabbited on enough. I hope you enjoy it, and that I will catch you guys back at locals next week. Okay, so like I said, this is our White Forest deck profile, so I hope you enjoy. So what we are on is 2 copies of Alistair. The original build I was looking at did run 3, however, I really don't like normal summoning Astella, however you pronounce it. Main reason for that is because this is just so much hand trap me please, and with so many hand traps currently in the format, this really hurts. It's kind of like normal summon Moye in Sword Soul. If your opponent has the Imperm, the Veiler, or the Ghost Ogre, they're gonna drop it on this, and it can really hurt you losing your normal summon if you don't have the right extenders in your hand. So I have cut this down to 2. We are still on the 3 LZ, and I do agree this is 3 at least until the end of January. And then we are on the 2 Sylvie, which is always really nice. This is a card that I would much rather normal summon over the Astella. And then we are on the 1 Rusia. In regards to the spells and traps, we're on 1 Tails and 1 Woes. And that is it for the white package. It does feel a little weird only having 1 Tails and not running Scourge. However, this does seem to be working at the moment, so that's what we're going with. For the next package, it is of course our 3 copies of Wanted Sinful Spoils, Seeker of Sinful Spoils. We are on 1 Deerbells the Black Witch. We are on 1 Deception and 1 the Hallowed Azamina. And that is it, only a 6-card package there. Not really needing to say more, it's literally there to get the Omni Negate out. Then with the Fiendsmith package, we are on 2 copies of Engraver. One of it is ours, the other is on loan from Adam. So Adam, thank you very much for that. We have our 1 copy of Lacrima, 1 copy of the Fabled Lori, 1 copy of Tract. I have borrowed a 2nd copy if we want to up that to 2, but at the minute 1 seems to be doing okay. And our 1 copy of Fiendsmith in Paradise. This card was one that I wasn't sure on to begin with, but honestly it puts in so much work. I wish I played it sooner. And then it's not White Forest without the toy box. Arguably this is one of my favourite packages I've ever used in Yu-Gi-Oh! And any excuse to put the toy box in, I will take it. We have dropped the toy soldiers down to just 2 rather than 3, and with the 1 toy tank. And I absolutely love the toy package. After that, all what we're left with, of course, is our hand traps. We are on a much heavier hand trap lineup this time, with our 3 copies of Ash, our 3 copies of Imperm, supposed to be 3 copies of Nibiru. There we go, things got mixed up. 3 copies of Nib. And then the list we were looking at did run 3 Effect Veiler. However, Effect Veiler is searchable in this deck, and if you do your combo right, that is what you're searching. So I replaced the other 2 with 2 copies of Ghost Ogre, just because I feel Ghost Ogre is actually putting in a bit of work for this format, and I really wanted Ghost Ogre in the main. Then with the extra deck, we have our 1 copy of Ruselia, Sinister Souls of the White Forest, 1 copies of Silvara, Wolf Tamer of the White Forest, and our 1 copy of Deerbell, Queen of the White Forest. We then have Zapper Shrimp and Chaos Angel. I want a high rarity Zapper Shrimp, but come on, give it to us already. Our 1 Azamina fusion monster being the Omni Negate, which is Ilya Silver. And then with the Fiendsmith stuff, we have our copy of Moon of the Closed Heaven, our Fiendsmith Requiem, and our Fiendsmith Sequence. Then we have 2 copies of Deerbell Star. 1 Deerbell Star, sorry, of Desiree. 1 to obviously summon, and the other to send off Fiendsmith in Paradise. Then we have our Necro Whip and our DD Wave Hiking Caesar. This and it will see Sylvia are our 2 anti-nib lines, depending which way you want to go. We then have our 1 SP Little Knight and our 1 Super Typhon Sky Crisis, and that is our extra deck. Normally I don't put out the side decks, but I'm going to on this one. And this one is very simply 3 copies of Artifact Lancia, because I think it's in every side deck this format. Triple copy of Thrust, 1 copy of Dark D Barrier, 1 copy of Ultimate Slayer, 2 copies of Triple Tactics Talent, 2 Bestials, and of course 3 Book of Eclipse. Now these are basically in for going first against Malice or Raziel. These are in for Raziel and Fiendsmith centered decks. This is if I'm going first, and I know they're on a heavy hand trap format. These and Thrusts are, I think, in every side deck as well. And then Lancia is just there for Lancia. Okay. And that is the deck. I hope you enjoyed this little deck profile, and hopefully we'll be able to take this to locals next week. And with that in mind, peace out. See you then.